All right, guys, it's another day outside at the We'll Fix It channel here. You guys are a member of the team, and so we say We'll Fix It team because you guys are part of it. Today is we've been working on the Kohler Light Plant, and I say in other videos, you'll notice I move around a lot because I've got a lot of stuff going on. So projects kind of have to be moved around, like anything in life. So we had the Kohler Light Plant running. It was generating power a few weeks ago. Fuel pump was just pouring fuel out, and so I did some research and I found out that the fuel pump on it has a diaphragm allegedly similar or the same as a 1929 to 1933 straight six Ford Chevrolet fuel pump. And so I ordered a diaphragm from a source, and at the end of the video I'll name the source because I can't remember right off. I have to look it back up, but it was on eBay. I found it on eBay. And I held it up to the fuel pump, and the bolts kind of look like they're right, where the screws secure everything down. Now, how the rest of it's going to go, I'm not sure on that. So we're going to do this and see what happens. I can't hurt anything that's already broken. And I've not rebuilt one of these fuel pumps, so we're going to kind of figure it out. Can't be much to it. So stick around and enjoy, and thank you guys for watching. And please don't forget to hit the like, because it does help the video move around a little bit. Here we go. The Kohler Light Plant, and I have my little tank there just to kind of let it run and do things and all. And I'm kind of curious. I put coolant in it a while. We're draining the oil out and changing it too, since we're going to run it some more. Does it still have coolant in there from where I put coolant in it? Huh. Wow, this held coolant for several weeks. That's a good sign that it didn't leak all down into the motor. And I didn't see any come out in the oil. And so now we can get rid of that tank and reconnect our, if this works. Here's the diaphragm in question right here, and it really looks like I'm going to show you something else too while we're kind of on the subject of fuel pumps, diaphragms and stuff. It looks like it could possibly work. It really does. But let me show you something else that might be just a thing. This could be an indicator of future things to come. But we have over here some stuff we got. There's a Delco light plant right here, and it looks like it's got the similar, or if not same diaphragm, if not fuel pump setup. Except for maybe about how it bolts to the engine is separate, or different. But the basics of the top part where the valves are look really similar. Like we could just about take the top of that fuel pump off and put it on the other Kohler plant thing there. So we'll move back around here. Oh yeah, earlier today too, I didn't do a video on it, but we kind of made a little better hitch design. I don't know if you recall or not, but the hitch that's on that is so low, it made the trailer just be all cattywampus. So I just kind of fabbed up a little something there to kind of raise the hitch up and make it level. That was nice. What we'll do too, before we even mess with anything, we're going to put oil back in it so we won't forget. And I'll use a 40 weight oil or something straight 30 or 40 weight for this kind of engine. And a little STP to kind of... what I'm going to do is attempt to fix this thing and not take it off of the piece of equipment here. I think I can do that. I don't believe I don't know. I've not been in one of these. It even says AC on there. I just noticed that. I think it's a GM part. So I pulled this little sight glass and cleaned some of the debris that was in there out of it. So we're going to get a flat blade screwdriver. Gonna pull the top of this off. Weather looking kind of weird. It was nice and sunny just a few minutes ago, but we got some clouds coming up, and so we may have to do something different. I'm taking these off and check these valves. They're free, so like I said, I'm not going to do anything more than what I have to get this thing going. That's the name of the game here. Not think too much. Let's just fix stuff here. And I don't know what's in the top of this, but we're fixing to find out. There's probably people that are watching this video that have done this already. Are like, oh, you got to do it. So we're learning in real time. I'm pretty fart smeller. I mean, a pretty smart fella, I think. Hope so. Enough to where we can get this done. Let's see here. got here? Kind of stuck. Of course it would be. I don't want to break this off. So let's get us a little pry bar and carefully work on it. Let's see here. Okay, all right. That went pretty smooth. What's going on here? I guess this is our lever. Need to take this bolt here off. It looks like this thing's going to work. What we got here? 3/8. 7/16. Oh, okay. We gotta find some 7/16 here. Zoom in a little bit on that. Right here. Maybe this thing will break loose because, like I say, we don't want to take any more off than we have to. That's a good sign. Okay, all right. There's some debris in the bottom here. We'll blow that out. But let's just look at our diaphragm and see how that works. Let me zoom out so we don't get too deep into the camera here. Wow, that's yeah, look at that. Perfect match. So 29 to 33 Chevrolet will work. I've got to stop the camera and get my air hose pulled around here so we can blow out that little bit of debris. And guys, I think we're going to be on point here. Okay. I think my next eBay list is to order like 12 of these because I have a bunch of this stuff. And by the time I need another one, that person who's making these probably, I don't want to wish harm on anybody. I'm just saying, it might not be around. This looks pretty good here at the top. I'm not too concerned about that. But what we will do is to ensure that when we put our top piece on, that our hardware will align. We'll just put a few of these in here to make sure that we keep this, because this, when I tighten this down, I don't need it to move. I need it to line up. Poor girly dog. She's getting old, man. Love her. I've had that dog since she was 6 weeks old, just old enough to get away from mama. And I had her daddy and her dad's brother, and then and I knew the grandpa to her right there. But she's hanging in there. Bless her heart. We love girly dog. Yes, yeah, we do. She's a trooper. She comes out here and sits with me in the hot sun. Come here, girly dog. Come here, I got your bed. Come here. She's coming around. Come on, girly dog. You're on camera. Come on. Yeah, sweetheart. I'll put a little fan on her here in a second. There you go, girly dog. Have you lay down? Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Lay down. She says it hurts to lay down. Once she gets down, she's good. She's a good dog. I'm going to tell you that right now. She's been good her whole life. Yes, she has. A good girl. So she's going to snuggle up, kind of hang out with us. All right, here we go. Good girl. Yeah. gonna take my wire brush and we'll clean this up a little bit so we don't have any debris. Alrighty, we'll zoom back in on this here. Let's see here. There we go. Put this on. It's like the clouds dipped out. Don't get me wrong, we need the rain, so I don't want to be upset if it comes in. I'll cover this up and go in the house and sit with the wife and the baby. But if we can get some work done out here before it's too late, we'd be doing something. I feel like I should put my channel locks there and snug that a little bit more. Okay, so let's get the valve plate back on, which I say I know these valves are free because I checked them already. Yeah, they're fine still. This diaphragm, it looks like it's been changed. I bought this thing at an auction, and the guy took really good care of his stuff. But like everybody, and you know, my existence is futile to a certain extent. You know, there'll be somebody that'll come along where I've done this right here, and I might not use this thing very much, but just for a display or a fun piece to kind of talk and drink a non soda like a bubbly. I don't drink sodas, but I'll drink those bubblies because they don't have chemicals in them. And watch it just sort of do its thing. Girly dog, she's tough. She has to go back and it's like smooth around. She's moving around now. Okay. Now hopefully from the time that we were working with the magneto and had it working, that won't give us any trouble. Maybe. Still gonna add a little more oil to it. I put this thing holds a lot of oil for its size. I put 4 quarts in it. It looks like it's still a quart down or so. Okay. Okay, we've cleaned this fuel line out pretty good. Get this on. Let's just, we'll keep the video a little short here. I can't start a thread. There we go. Okay. We'll get these lines all hooked back up and we'll get it primed up, okay? So we've got most of our fuel line connected. This is a little piece at the bottom you can flick to kind of work the pump. Should see some fuel come out the other side over here. Let's see here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and connect that up. So, assuming that we've still got spark and everything, we've got fuel up to the carburetor. It has its own little choke seal. We'll see if we can get any kind of ignition here. I don't know if we still got spark. That's the thing. I often want to check that because the magneto was a little wonky. Oh wow, okay, good deal. I'm putting a little STP in there, so I like to let it run and let it go in there slowly. But it works really good. No more fuel leak. That's good stuff. And before we had a massive fuel leak. It was terrible. Call that a win. Let's see if we're still making power. Running before, I had to kind of give it gas for it to kick in the exciter because it sat for so long. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we'll try. Oh, look at that. It's alive. Yeah. I think we're done with it. Are we done with this thing? Is this a finished project now? And then cleaning it up and kind of wiping it down? Huh. It has the ability to have electric start, but I have to wire 2 batteries in series with 24 volts. The crank's really easy with the cranking crank, so that's really nice. I'm going to show you where I found that diaphragm at for you guys. The eBay seller, and I'm about to buy them all. So if there's any there, when you want, he might make some more. I don't know, but that was a definite win. So I need to pick up some of those and keep them in my stock. It does confirm one thing though: 1929 to 33 Chevy fuel pump. That's a win. So I want to thank you all for watching our little fuel pump repair job. Like I say, I think we've pretty much got a finished product there. It's ready for either using it as a generator or a nice display piece where I can show people something like this. I don't know. I think it's probably made in the 40s, maybe. Pretty old. Peace out, guys.